As Arab refugees in Thailand, we have been living illegally for about 6 years after our visas expired without being able to renew them. And everyone has his own story in his country, the reason why we fled here to Thailand. And we would like to talk about the situation a bit. As we have been neglected and marginalized by the UNHCR in Thailand, as we don't have any salvation but only through it. And we are missing the minimum right that everybody would naturally have, which is holding a nationality and having a country and being just commoners. And on top of everything, Thailand is not a country of asylum. So we haven't been refugees in any country yet, even though we registered at the UNHCR as soon as we came to Thailand. And that is what we are claiming for. There is something very questionable going on in everybody's head, that why other nationalities are being easily resettled to a third country from Thailand by the UNHCR without struggling long like we have had. On the other hand, the same organization in other countries is able to provide resettlement to big numbers of Arab refugees, like in Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey. Our count isn't more than 600 persons, and that is a little number. We can't specify the suspicion, but in this case, we would say that there must be tremendous corruption inside of the UNHCR in Thailand, and we want to betray it. It feels that they are exploiting us and taking advantage of a project as a source of income, and they never want to end it. We have no documented evidence about the issue of corruption, but after the long stay and once we got to demonstrate a protest in the front of the UNHCR building and claim for people's right, the reaction of the UNHCR and the Thai police came 2 days later and arrested 3 coordinators from their homes, as opposed to their reaction during the protest, which was safe and encouraging against the UNHCR in order to end up the refugee trouble in their country, announcing on the media that the immigration police was just doing their job to the illegals. A few days later, the police report was that those 3 coordinators are accused of creating an Arab mafia in Thailand. We can't blame the government of Thailand because it's their country at the end. But the first and second report are not identical, and that may guide us to say that there is something manipulated and a kind of collusion between the UNHCR and the Thai government. And we are paying the cost. Another incident recently happened and put many question marks on the work mechanism of the UNHCR in Thailand is that they invited someone who had been so active against them, and they opened the choice for him to choose any country to be resettled to in order to rid of his activity. But he refused that individual solution and required working out the general situation for everybody. So the point is that they are able to provide the solution at any time. At the end, we are requesting the justice and appealing every country has the authority to find us a permanent solution as soon as possible. Thank you.